Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today is a very special episode. This is part of our FII Priority Miami coverage. We've been creating an entire series around this. I'll tell you, the first time I went out there was this year, and I was just so hooked hearing about all the things happening in Saudi Arabia, seeing all the work being done, hearing about what's going on in Riyadh. Like, just I was fascinated, and I'm happy to continue bringing on this, completing this series. And my guest today is Khloud Alkhalaqi, and she's a board member over at Taid and also founder of Decision Support Association. Khloud, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. Like, pleasure to meet you and looking forward to make this enjoyable and excitement.
Amazing. So, Khaloud, I'm curious. So, FII Miami, it was the first time I went there. It was my introduction to the FII Institute. I'll be honest, one of my friends invited me to go, and he's like, "You got to come see this, Adam." And I cover conferences all over the world, and I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Like, do I need to be there?" And he's like, "You have to come. There's some things going here. You're gonna be really mad if you don't know what's going on." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go. I'll go." He knows. So then I went and I was just blown away. I was just an amazing experience. The people I met, the networking, the stories, it was amazing. My question for you, Khalud, how did you get introduced to FII and just that whole ecosystem? And was that your first event or like tell me a little bit more?
So, FII for me, like that, a conference that I would like to be part of their member and
Hmm.
also delegates, as it's, I would say, the cornerstone to build, I would say, effective
Mm,
networking and walking the talk and like taking plan into implementation with a different stakeholder and
mm,
investor and learn also new things. And if you don't know anything about Saudi Arabia,
mm.
FII is the right place that you need to visit and you'll be like there.
Yeah.
So like I have been invited to FII last year
Hmm.
like Rio de Janeiro, but unfortunately, I was already committed to a different conference.
Hmm.
When I have been invited this year, I decided to not miss it and reschedule everything and give it like my focus, my full attention, and be prepared
Mm.
to meet the people there, like get like networking, and for sure, like already identified what like I would say discussion or session that would like to attend.
That's amazing. And have you been to Miami before? I'm just curious on that one. Have you been to Miami before? Or was this the
This is
first
my
time to?
first time and I enjoy it to the max.
It was fun, right? We had good, but it was raining a little bit at one point. I was wondering how everyone from the desert was either enjoying the rain or not enjoying it. Is that an unfair question?
It is unfair
Okay, I'm
because
sorry.
Saudi Arabia like have a diversified climate.
Mm.
Yeah, like it is like in the middle, like originally desert weather. However, it's a
Hmm.
very modern city. It's the capital of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. And the western side of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh has the raining, like it's
Mm.
all over the Red Sea coast, where one of the giga projects that I'm proud, like I'm a part of their team. Also, like I would say the southern side of Saudi Arabia has different climate
Mm.
along with the eastern side. Up north, like you will be surprised if I tell you like snowing in the year, like in the
Oh,
winter.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to use you as my tour guide, but it's one of my dreams one day to go to Saudi Arabia. So that's why I asked you. I was like, okay, I need to learn. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go along, right?
Yeah, and believe me, with the diversified culture,
Yes.
like especially in the area, you will be amazed. Like you different, like if you have visited like the eastern side of Saudi Arabia and the western
Hmm.
side, and also the central and the capital of Saudi Arabia, you will be amazed how diversified the culture and
Mm.
how there is a link that connect them all along. So it's
Mm.
like you moving from a country to a country, but it is just Saudi Arabia.
Wow, that sounds beautiful. That sounds amazing. So, Kalu, let's talk a little bit. So, shifting focus slightly here. I see you do work at Taid as a board member and also Decision Support Association. You're a founder there. Maybe let's take it one at a time. Maybe start with Taid. Talk to us a little bit more about your work there, please.
So I have been working with Ta'id since last year, okay, and with the success story that we have made, with the expertise, join us. I have been nominated to be like a partner with Ta'id and then
Mm,
nominated to be part of the board member.
mm,
Ta'id is actually a company that based in Riyadh, right? Like it's run by a diverse team of consultant, practicing expert in the field of, I would say, public relation communication, like bridging between the investor and also like strategic consultation and other service. We have different fields.
mm-hmm,
So we are focusing on sustainability and socioeconomic impact and also in the health sector, education, and we have side profile that focusing on a specific event that like for auction purposes.
mm. That's amazing. And how did you originally learn about the TAI organization? I'm just curious on how that originally took place.
So like I have been in the consultancy field
Mm-hmm.
for more than 7 years,
Mm,
along with as a part-time job.
mm-hmm.
However, I do have different like full-time job, and Taid actually reached me
Mm,
specifically for a specific file that focusing on, I would say, development, sustainable development and peace
mm-hmm.
and investing in human capital based on recommendation of different client like internationally and also
Mm-hmm.
from I would say public sector. So this is how
Mm,
they reach to me, and we have been working on numerous of files related to the field that I just was giving you a tip
mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it went very successfully, and like, it's our the relations become not just about between like a consultant expert and with the board member and also with the CEO level team and the
Mm-hmm.
management. So it's
Mm,
become more than that, like it's become like about a passion, and I would say how like we can achieve the goals that our client is looking for and how
mm.
together making sure like Ta'id is successfully achieved its strategy and also meeting the expectation of our client.
Yeah, that's
So from
amazing.
that perspective,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how. And then have been nominated to become a board member of Ta'id.
Wow. Well, congratulations. That's amazing. It sounds like you're doing great work and Taid as well with the socioeconomic impact that they're making. So that's amazing. I noticed that you're also a founder of Decision Support Association. Maybe tell us a little bit about that too, please.
So, Decision Association Support is like an association, which is for sure non-profit organization
Mm,
that were like providing a service for a government sector and a private sector, like to support them in decision making.
mm,
Either and also building the capacity of the second layer of their leadership.
mm,
And like it has been 2 years now since its establishment,
mm-hmm.
and we just last year we become a registered association, and we have already drafted our strategy and it has been accepted by the chair board, and this year we are into implementation process.
Oh, wow. You got a lot going on. This is great.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to get into a little bit more just your overall. I see the work, I see the overlap of socioeconomic impact investing. Maybe can you talk a little bit about your mission just overall and like what excites you, what motivates you?
So, like, you came to a really deep question, Adam.
Mm,
So my motivation, I would say, I usually take any, I would say that work I work like, or I would say initiative or a
mm-hmm,
program,
mm-hmm,
like a cause for me. So I put my effort, my passion to
mm,
making sure that successfully achieve the goals and beyond. And
mm.
I like the one that has more challenging or gaps and identify and mitigating any risk of it, like because my personality is a solution oriented person, okay,
Mm,
and I always like to identify opportunities and and always like to put a sustainable exit strategy for any plan.
mm,
So I'm really good at like analyzing and prediction and capturing any opportunities and maximize its impact.
mm,
And yes, there is a time there where you can see I did a horse project where you say no, this is not there is no way to invest on it. However, you can know where is the gap and create something of it.
Mm. And
And
were you
yeah.
always like this, Claude, or where does this inspiration come from? I'm curious.
So I would say from my dad. My dad working in the finance field, in the
Ah,
banking actually field.
so you grew up with this like this passion and this other, is that true or I don't want to, is that
Yes,
true? Or?
it is true. He's a banker and he is like to capturing opportunity, maximizing the impact. And my mom is a more of a teacher, so let's say human being.
Mm.
So getting like I would say exposed to different kind of personality and
Mm-hmm.
linking them together to come like to I would say to close the gap between
Mm.
being a very like I would say I don't want to be rude, but to be really I would say focus financially,
Yeah.
okay, or at the same time not leaving human part behind. So
Mm.
yes, I feel like it's a combination of my mom and dad.
Mm. I'm just trying to picture what it would be like around the dinner table. It's probably pretty fun, huh? Like you have your dad on the finance side, you have your mom teaching, you have you in the middle, you're getting all this information, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, indeed, it is. And believe me, like sometimes teasing and
Yeah.
arguing and like challenging each other. And that's where motivate me to take into consideration socioeconomic impact and impact of
Mm.
investment because I believe the value of it, where
Mm-hmm.
you can give back to the organization or the company that you own or you work for. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you're giving to the community and you are the one who take care of the stick to make sure this balance is happening.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's amazing. That's great. And I'm sure they're very proud to hear all these different things that their daughter is accomplishing. It's an amazing story and one that I love to bring these type of success stories to my audience and also share them from all around the world so that people get to know, other cultures. They get to hear about what others are doing and also other countries. I mean, I think you gave me a beautiful description of some of the climate and other things. And this is what I like about FII is that you bring many different people together. They get to share information and they get to grow together, right?
I agree with you. And like, I would give you something exclusive. I have like met a lot of, I would say, investor
Mm.
and a lot of a stakeholder at FII and an exclusive partnership on the way.
Very nice. All very nice. I love to hear all these things. I think it's a great thing and this is how partnerships are made. So I think it's great. Khloud, so if somebody, well, first off, thank you for coming on the show today. This has been a lot of fun having you on and getting to know you better, getting to hear more about your background and your mission that matters. If somebody's listening to this and if they want to follow up or if they want to learn more about your work or any of the initiatives you're working on, how do people do that?
So usually people they reach me through LinkedIn, the direct messaging, or through my Gmail account,
Mm-hmm.
or like Taid, like email.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's how people, or by recommendation sometimes, like they,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like now my personal number has become very popular. And
Fantastic.
also,
Hmm. Go ahead.
lately with FII, and I'm thankful for their apps and their directory because really there is number of like companies they reach out, and you are Adam one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
they reach out through the directory of the FII
Mm.
and that connection like chat and messaging through that app, and I think it's a very useful tool also, and I
Amazing.
believe so.
Perfect. So for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll put some information in the show notes so that you can reach out if you like. And then for my audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun for me to create this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button because this is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Khloud, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you, Adam. And allow me, if you're like people who visit Miami and they wanna see something similar, they can come to Saudi Arabia, visit Jeddah city.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank